Cases of digital fraud are escalating in Meghalaya, with scammers using deceptive tactics to steal money from unsuspecting victims. Cyber criminals impersonate officials through digital platforms and issue fake threats such as digital arrests to manipulate people into transferring money. Despite repeated warnings from the police, many residents, especially those unfamiliar with modern technology, continue to fall victim to these scams. East Kharsail Superintendent of Police Vivek AM stated that several such complaints have been lodged across the district. He urged the public to remain cautious and avoid falling prey to cyber criminals who disguise themselves through digital means.
Well, we've given advisories from time to time in our social media platforms. We've also given an advisory recently, which came out in Shillong Times, on this new phenomenon in social media called digital arrest, where people are called, and in different forms of actually digital arrest. So people either call that there's a package delivered, or and it's been nabbed by customs and found narcotics, or they would say that your account is being used for fraudulent means and all that, and then immediately then they relay that to a video interface where the victim meets so-called police personnel, either CBI, NIA, or police, state police, civil police, and all that, and then they are told about that a warrant of arrest is against them and all that, and immediately people, without thinking, they get scared, panic, and all that, and they succumb. They start paying, to avoid the warrant, to avoid the arrest. So they have been like on those lines of fraud, where people intimidated and get scared and pay up. I would like to just urge the public: you get calls from strangers, just don't believe them at face value. Uh, Immediately block those numbers, send those numbers to the police, nearest police station, so they can deactivate those numbers. Very important is to call up 1930. This is the I4C helpline, 1930. Call this phone, give in your details. If you have actually compromised with any of your GPay or your account credentials and all that, immediately inform 1930, because 1930 will actually hold a lien on those different types of accounts and wallets and all that, because it goes from one account to another account, and most of these accounts are mule accounts used by fraudsters, by getting these accounts from people who don't know, so they're called mule accounts. So it's very important that people actually immediately don't succumb to that, because these are all fraud things, and a lot of people actually have succumbed and just being gullible, believing at the first instance. So I want to tell people, especially people in the villages and all that, don't fall prey to it. Immediately you have this number, block it, or you inform us to deactivate these numbers. But you can always use the helpline 1930. Then there's one sancharsathi.gov.in. You can go to that website and give your complaint out there, and they will help you out there. So don't waste time. In case you can't get 1930, you'll get 1930, but after giving 1930, come to the police station and give a complaint immediately, so that we can react. The more time you waste, the more your money is moving out, and it's difficult to get. Yeah, last year I think in the month of October we made one arrest of one person from. It was not exactly digital arrest, but it's a fake KFC fake account and all that. We have arrested a person from Jharkhand, so we're pursuing in that case. There are a number of cases and all that, and most of these fraudsters are usually more from Mewat, Haryana region of Mewat, and also from Jharkhand, the border between Jharkhand and Bengal, West Bengal. So you have these people actually operating from several places. Randomly, they will call. Sometimes people panic. How do they get my number? How do they have my Aadhaar number? Actually, Aadhaar also at some point of time, probably the victim must have compromised and all that. And then they call after say 15, 20 days, and say that your account is being used for fraudulent purpose, or you've been involved in money laundering, and people just succumb, without even actually verifying that. And they'll tell them also, you've been under digital arrest. You cannot put down the phone. You cannot close the video. You cannot inform anybody. and people are like in that grip of fear, and they don't even inform anybody, not even their family relatives, and end up paying, especially their life savings. So I just like to urge again, be very cautious. Don't take strangers' phones. You have any query, you can always call up 1930. If you have an issue, you can always call up the emergency number 112, dial 112 for anything. You can go to the nearest police station to ask any query. It will not cost you anything.